Hello and welcome to the swamp. Welcome to the swamp level. I'm back. It's the same day as it was last last 3 episodes. I think I have just another recording session in me. I'm pushing the boundaries of recording. I usually do like 3 episodes, maybe 4 at once, but I'm just kind of like, isn't that jagged? What shape are you? Huh? Wait. Green and jagged isn't an option. Maybe it's like a bunch of small square jags? That's suspicious. I feel like well, okay. That's interesting. In the last episode, I was starting to key into there not being that many different varieties of kinstones, so that hurt. But yeah, speaking of endurance and recording endurance, kudos to the gamepad. This thing usually dies like as soon as you stop looking at it. Like you can turn it off for a week and it'll be dead. Like it just kills itself in its sleep. But it only went red after like 2 hours of being on just there, which is like really impressive. I wonder if it's like a muscle and you have to use it a lot and it makes it stronger. Because I was really enjoying it when I was playing Wind Waker. I used it a lot, so maybe it's the love that keeps it strong. So it looks like we have got to find a way to shrink in here, which I can't remember. Oh, okay, we've got another one of these fellows, and that makes me think I may actually have the way to deal with him, but I think I have to wait for an arrow, but he seems to be blocking off quite no, probably just whatever's over there. So these could be hiding, like hidden, come back for me kind of things, which makes me think we're getting the bow in this dungeon. Which, I mean, now that we have the little boots, I guess that's one of the more exciting options. Like, it's funny, like, I don't know, it's like you kind of have to really, like, stretch to make, this is getting interesting. You have to kind of, like, work it to make a bow puzzle. You have to, like, make a little thing like this usually. It's not that intuitive to use the bow in the world, but to me, it always has enough uses that it does, like, a big thing. Wind Waker had a very useful bow. Jeez. Okay. A lot of other games is just like kind of limited uses. What we got? Shoo, this is about to get interesting. I'm gonna shrink. I'm gonna skip my shrinking sequence, which is great. And I'm gonna just go to whatever this is. Okay. Cool callback. It does make sense. You would have a lily pad in our swamp level. Ooh. Our weapon inventory is getting pretty full up. These are the Ib colors, the Ib roses from that RPG Maker horror game from like 2011. Yeah, we're starting to fill up our weapon slots. There's not that many left. What are you doing? What are you doing down here? I don't really understand these enemies. They're kind of crazy. And aren't they literally what the mayor has on his wall? What? What? Oh my god. Well, I guess now I'm thinking that all the dungeons are gonna have new items, which is sick. I don't know if the climbing rings are recurring. I actually don't. Holy crap, if we're gonna get the bow and the Pegasus boots, I was literally like, why am I talking about items right now? Why do I feel inclined to talk about items? Because we've got one. Yeah, it's a heavy shop. You can move it, which is nice. In 2D Zelda, I find the arrows feel like so heavy and hard. This is awesome. This is like a little dungeon in itself in here now. But this, like, I can't get over there. I'm really beside myself with the fact that we just got that. Yeah, no, you can't touch that. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for this, but I can walk around in it. I guess sort of like an opposite situation to A Link Between Worlds. It's kind of cool getting like your major items just flung at you because you're always going to be getting like a new item in the dungeon. It's like instead of having no item progression, you have too much item progression. Like, I think the arrows might have limited use outside of here, but not phased. I've seen this guy so many times. I wonder if I have to kill him with a bomb. But yeah, if they're just gonna throw items at you, then it's a bouquet. It's a cacophony of item progression. I was just thinking I haven't even gone and used the Pegasus boots I was so excited to get, so next time I get lost and sidetracked and stumped on some stupid thing, as I inevitably will, I'll have a lot of fun stuff to do. Oh dummy, this is like the soft core answer to water now, because I'm only running at the Pegasus boots till probably going to the water dungeon is now how I would read this. I know how to read. I'm learning how to read this game. So methinks this is the way forward, and I don't have a way back. But there was something to go do, and I know that because of the eye guy. Yeah, I might get less aggressive with those bombs. Oh, here's that tombstone. Cool. Oh, what's going on? It's the ghost of Legolas! This poor guy. Though my body may perish, I am still the true Master Swordsman. What? Swiftblade the... Are you Swiftblade the Second? Is the one who's living Swiftblade the Second? All 7? No kidding. I mean, so the last upgrade was like a quality of life upgrade, sort of, or I don't even quite have a word for that. It improved the utility of the sword, which is really cool. Like, if there's actually 7+ steps of making the sword more fun, then that will be a very fun sword by the end. But again, was this just a sidetrack thing? Is this not the way forward? No, it's probably the way forward. I was gonna say, I'm tired of these, like, I don't know, weirdly easy to find hidden things and hard to find mandatory things. Yeah, I don't think I have a shrinking option in here, which is making it all the more pressing to find something that can make me small whenever I want. Although that would really change a lot of things, so I don't see that being a practical dish. Let's just do what we can do. There's more to this swamp than I have done, but we'll just remember that. God, this just feels so much more manageable than the mountain. Man, yeah, I really wanted... Maybe I can drain the swamp. That would be weird, but it's definitely on my thoughts. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. Or not, or I get completely fucked over. Another one of these. Don't understand it. They've hidden quite a lot of exploring in this area out here. It's a nice little menu for how often you have to, like, traverse it. My brow is furrowing. How long can I last into an episode without my brow furrowing? Sort of long. Oh, arrows. Real good. Nice starting 30. What's this rug all about? Oh! Another yellow. I guess they're not that important. Oh, it's a squiggly yellow. I guess this is just like a new kind of yellow. Again, that deeply jagged yellow was like more jagged when I got it, and that might be what's happening with the green ones. They look super jagged, but then they display as just like one big square. It's mostly just for my brain and organizing what I have that matters. Was this all optional? I'm not gonna like flip out if it was, because that's, again, helpful. How do I deal with this guy? Oh, just more arrow. It's kind of fine. What am I thinking? What thoughts have I? Have I gone in that area? Oh, I can still go up there, and then you've got some intrigue. Furthermore, let's just go do it. I'm not going to want to backtrack. I may not have seen all that there is. There we go. For that southern swamp pile. But I also feel like I wouldn't have forgotten if it looked like there was branching paths within the swamp. Or like two ways to get out of the water, more like. So it's a squiggly green. This whole swamp area is very much on my level. I'm just like, yes, let me solve things and cross over and make progress. Let me do things in organized fashion with 2 new items. Cool. Refund. What's that water hiding? It's hiding something. But probably not for me to know. Not now. Wanted some movement. Oh wow, that's another. That's a 3rd golden one. I mean, Sordewa. I think that's a Deku scrub in there. Oh, that's good. Man, when I get that digging thing to dig the things with, better watch out. I'm gonna be going back to so many random backtracky locations. Okay, you got me. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. That is some Ocarina of Time stuff right there. I have dealt with so many salesman Dekus. Deku scrubs. This looks real good. I may have been up here. This may just be the only tornado, but probably not. You got covered. I saw gameplay of Mario and Rabbids, and it's like kind of funky. I hadn't had any thoughts about it. I don't really like Rabbids. I've never experienced them. They don't look very appealing. I have thoughts. The gameplay is weirdly dependent on hiding behind blocks, which is like funny, but it works. Like it definitely looks like a well-made game, like a fun to play game. My thoughts on that crossover, just sizing up Rabbids at point blank. It seems like Rabbids are defined by how the disrespect with which they act in the world. Like, they can interact with anything and still be themselves. And I think it was a good crossover, because what defines the Mario universe isn't really that. It's more just, you know, the aesthetics and the faces and the, you know, the name brand stuff. So putting anything in that world actually kind of works great as a crossover, as long as the guest can be authentic to themselves, which in the case of the rabbits is really easy. But one thing I noticed immediately is in very subtle ways, the people who were changing the most were the Mario cast. Like Mario and Luigi had almost like an exaggerated, like self-mocking kind of tone. What? What's this? I don't know what's going on here. Like they would be like, they wouldn't just walk normally. They'd be either like extra stiff or extra goofy. Just like the subtle parts of their animation just made them look like extra cartoony and like not just like their normal way of being. Like they had to be like extra silly if they were somewhat silly and like extra stern if they were stern. So I noticed that the biggest compromise was in the Mario Bros characters and how they behaved slightly off from how they normally are. But aside from that, I was like, that's kind of a good crossover because it looks like Mario and the Rabbids can just do their thing being little shitlords. So I don't know what this is. I can bomb it. I think something else is gonna have to happen. Oh wow, like a kinstone piece. Okay. A nice wiggly kinstone piece. So kinstone pieces are like slowly becoming very crucial to forward progress. So like they're taking steps towards being forward progress. Okay, I think I need all of them. Which kind of blows. I thought I was getting these for use in the future, but it's kind of whatever. Like I might have been able to leave with those and go and do the secret waterfall door that is so constantly on my mind, but I'm sure they'll be. Oh, it's smiling now. This has some Mario Bros, like Mario and Luigi RPG kind of energy. Something about the silly statues. There we go. So the only thing I think I'm missing is that waterfall door, which I think I just need Zora Flippers for. So I'm gonna move on in clean conscience, although I can't remember what that middle thing is, but it was in the middle, so I probably did it. The Wind Ruins? Okay. Okay, there might not be anybody to talk to. I might just be adventuring out here. The music's slightly different. There's a new instrument. It's twangy also, it's higher. A goopy blue. I kind of think I haven't seen one of those. Yeah, that's probably, I think what they do is if there's a pattern that repeats like 4 times, they simplify it down to just like 1 or 2. Like a wavelength, like 1 repetition of a wave. Oh, hello. Cool. Who were you? Oh, here goes. Here's a local. These soldier statues were built by the Minish ages ago to help humans. It's kind of a secret, but there's a switch inside that turns them on or off. A switch inside? I was literally thinking of that switch like a million miles away near Hyrule Castle. A switch inside. I assume it's inside them. What does that make me think? In terms of how I turn them on. I can just try every item on them, because that's usually how it goes when I went into a new thing in this game. Well, there's one thing I can do. No. It's like, the thing about these new fanfiction items is it feels like, this might just be totally up at my head, but it feels like there doesn't have to be a reason for an item not to work. It's just like if it's not the right item, it just doesn't work. But you can do things that look like they would have an effect because they're just like intuition, and they don't. And they just don't. And that's just how it is. So it just makes it feel less real. Imagine if I had to have the boomerang. What am I supposed to do? better not be that switch all the way back at the castle. That's like a stupidly momentum killing. It looks like I gotta solve this. There's a switch inside that turns him on or off. This is like the dumbest thing I've done in a week, but I just feel like I have to go... Oh. I just feel like I have to go all the way back. I feel like it was just like a really stupidly designed thing where that switch that doesn't appear to do anything and is also kind of their color red is just on. I don't want it to be that at all. I don't want to walk back right now. Man, can I toss a bomb behind them? And like, watch, like even if I could toss it over it and behind it, it's just gonna get blocked in front. Even if your arch could go over it, it just gets blocked. Like it's not, doesn't feel real and it doesn't work. Yeah, let's didn't want to backtrack, but let's backtrack. I could hit the bean on my way there. This is so... If this is seriously the answer, that's just one of the wonkiest things ever. Because, I mean, there was a rather easy to see puzzle that, I mean, rather easy to see switch that looked like it was a part of a puzzle that didn't seem to do anything, that was the right color as these things, that you could only get around this part of the story after beating the fire one and before this. It's just a little bit bunk. Actually kind of a small place when you're walking back through it. No patience with birds. Let's give our bean buddy a chance. Oh, not for me. Let's try out this water. Nothing? Okay. Then maybe it is like mountain water. It'd be kinda cool. I could get mountain water while I'm doing this. I feel like viewers at home are like, oh, you can feel the momentum coming and then it's all just gone because of this weird, stupid puzzle. And you're like, that's why she's so frustrated with this game. Like, I bet this game's actually great on the second playthrough when you're kind of speaking its language and like you forget things and you remember them and it's like, oh, so good, so good. But the first time you're just like, what the fuck? Like, it has that what the fuck quality of the older games. Which is probably something they'd congratulate themselves on emulating. What is the distinction between these two entrances? Oh, that's not an entrance. That's the dude who wants the inn stone. I'll get some mountain juice. I feel like there were two kinds of mountain juice. Okay, no, that's normal water. How hard was it to get the mountain juice? Part of me feels like this is not right. Part of me feels like it's not green, so it's not gonna do the thing, but I've come too far to not go the extra mile. I'll do it from a place of care. It might be short, it might just be this. My heart goes. Bye. I mean, I'll be happy being able to say that I tried. I mean, one thing about this Switch puzzle I'm imagining is, yay! One thing is that man, I think it's supposed to match the color or something. I think there's just some other bean-related item I'm missing, but kudos to me for trying. I think the idea is that you see the switch, you don't know what it is, and you hit it once and just leave it in like the new position, and then that might have been what it took for the guards. I don't know that, because the other one just fought me normally. I know I hit it like many times when I hit it, so may well not be in the right position. Alright, I keep forgetting about this. It's satisfying, I like it a lot. Oh. Man, I'm no good at getting these. Please! I can't fathom that being right. I can't fathom it, but I don't even want it to be right either. This part of the map is getting smaller. Oh funny, this feels like it's a 1-2 punch of kinstone things. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna burn that. Okay, we run. Ugh, the freaking mice are still on my wall. This is not what I want. Okay, I'm back. I was gonna say, if you're not on now, I'm gonna fucking jump. Okay. Please activate. Maybe I have to be small. I can't believe I did that. I should have just assumed that that was too crazy to be the solution. But now what does that switch do? Hate that switch. Jeez, you really can't skip all that. Man, yes! I don't know why that specifically gave me so much psychic dread, but it did. I have Minish Cap battle scars, I'm not gonna lie about that. That's kind of fun. I need it to be remembered that I did that. 2 ways, both appealing. It seems like a shortcut. What's that? Okay. I'm moving too fast, or am I? Maybe there wasn't 2 different ways to go, and it was just like an area without a wall that looked like a path. It's another bean! Well, I do have my crown of mineral water. Yeah, again, this seems like too big brain to really be the way. So there might be other forms of hydration that I'll acquire. Oh, those beans could end up being shrinking things. That's just— oh, no, maybe not. I was about to say, that was the first time where that clicked, and I was like, that looks like a thing. Yeah, that's actually kind of weird and unintuitive, the phrase of the series, but nice. Being small isn't necessarily an advantage right now. But, I am small. I will progress small. Oh, okay. Oh, what's this? Do I have to sneak around these guys? One hit and you die if you're little. We're gonna send you back to the start of the maze. Oh yeah, they have like tiny stairs on their shield. I'm learning the visual language. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Green is in. That was kind of sweet. Can't repeat beauty. Very cool. So far this is linear. So this game gets a 2-star rating. Oh my god, did you just... Well, let me just hurry over there and take my position. Now that I know what's going on. Wake up. So that dude's just off now. Like I saw him move, but now he's just like off duty. I guess those are... yeah, okay. You know what's tricky is sometimes you can use A to interact with things as you'd like to, but in general, it'll often just like trigger something it shouldn't. What? What do you want, dude? I'm gonna crawl up your back. Oh, funny, he can't see me. And I can't progress. Oh, you're off. That's cool. That was a cool development to that puzzle. Let me slash at these rocks. Wait, I keep pressing Y and it does ace chop. Oh my god, I didn't even know this. That's kind of cool. That is actually a cool way to make sure you're using A for the right things. I think? I'm not really sure. Okay. Alright. Here we go. What's over here? Well, I guess that's the way back. Any flavor? Here goes the Fortress of Winds. See you next time.